Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. And once again, welcome back in the Unknown to Known episode number 33. And this is the first episode of year 2025. So, wish you all a very, very happy new year. And once again, Ashutosh, welcome in my first podcast for 2025. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It feels so good to start the year with one of the live sessions. Just returned back from India, a bit
Yes,
excited,
right.
getting
I'm
started again.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know it's not your first live podcast. We've done already a lot of live podcasts or a lot of sessions. So I will not ask that how you're feeling about this session, but definitely as per the trend, as per the tradition which I follow on my podcast is that we'll go for the first prayer. We'll take 10, 15-second pause. Let's pray to God, give us the power, strength, words and guidance. What we want to communicate with everybody should be go in the same manner. Okay, and then we'll open the session formally.
Sure.
Okay, so Ashutosh, you're based out in Netherlands, right?
Yes, based out of Netherlands.
How's the weather there first? Let's discuss about weather.
It's not that good. It is 1 degree, but feels like -1. Uh,
True.
s- Snow prediction, of course, today.
Nice.
Um, Trying to stay as warm as possible,
Right.
because
So,
just came from India
yes.
last week from 30-35 degrees to minus. It feels
True.
weird.
True. I can understand. Even the same predictions are in UK now. We are expecting some snow by today or tomorrow morning. It's again
Yeah.
-1, -2 is showing here. So, how's everybody in family? How's you? Because you just came from India. How was your Indian trip and your family, your parents? How's everybody doing?
Everyone is awesome. My brothers just had twins, so I was
Wow.
completely busy in India with the twins.
Wow.
Uh,
Nice.
and my son did enjoy uh, the twins as well. A lot
Nice.
of marriages to attend, a lot of functions to attend. That is the beauty of being
Indian.
in India. Good food,
Definitely.
and then finally here with the schools are starting, offices are starting, so back
Yes.
to business.
True. So you become Chacha or you become the Tayaji?
I'm Chacha.
Oh wow, nice. So get ready, Chacha ji, for the lot
Uh,
of gifts now coming coming forward.
a lot, a lot.
Good.
I have to the when going back from Netherlands, I already had many things for the kids. So
Fantastic. Wow.
yeah,
Good. And congrats to your family as well.
thank
So
you.
to you, your family, your brother, and your brother's wife as well. Good. So Ashutosh, let's start this session now because I don't want to be go immediately with the introduction and everything because I see Jerry is there, Carlos is there, and he mentioned that you are mentor for Carlos. Definitely we'll pick up this topic as well, that how you reach in this streamline, how you reach in this particular part. But before that, I want to know, I know that Ashutosh is very non-name in the industry, very no-name in the LinkedIn ServiceNow community as well. But for me, practically, guys, I never met Ashutosh till now. And I know that you met with Sujan, you met with Amit, you met with Gaurav. The lucky guys, they get back to you as in person, and our meeting is still pending. I guess we met in the knowledge only last time in the knowledge. Yes,
World Forum.
World
Yeah.
Forum on Knowledge as well, right? We met there. So Ashutosh, who is Ashutosh? How you started your journey in ServiceNow and doing the CTA, platform architect, and everything? We don't want to know about yourself now.
Yeah. So let's start with the college life. I was
Definitely, yes.
doing my engineering in electronics and telecommunication. After that, I took a break. Once I completed my engineering, I took a break of 6 months because I was preparing for a competitive exam.
Oh,
Uh, but then I was actually in the last round of the tax officer exam for the interview, but it didn't go through. But and uh, only on engineering you don't grow. So being a
yes.
passionate guy, I enrolled myself into MBA
Okay.
and masters in electronics. So I did a sandwich course of masters in electronics and MBA both at the same time.
My
from
goodness. Okay.
2011 till 2013. uh, because my mom is also a doctorate in she's a
Hmm.
PhD holder in electronics and telecommunications. So I was like, my mom was more of like, okay, you have to do masters, so go do it. I did it in Pune. When I was doing my masters, I got placed in KPIT.
Okay.
Now it is known as the section is known as Birla Soft, but it was KPIT back then,
Right.
where I I was introduced to ServiceNow. So I was hired as a business analyst
Wow.
for ServiceNow, and you know how it goes. Once you start working with the tool, you love the tool. You
True.
start to learn about the tool and the platform now and back then, 12 years ago, and now it's totally different. Trust me,
Yes.
I started working from Aspen,
Oh,
um, and now it's we know where we are.
where we are
Uh,
correct.
so the journey to get started with ServiceNow was just introduction that it's a ITSM platform, but
Ticking tool.
yeah, it's a ticketing tool. But now it's not it's enterprise service management platform used
Yes.
in the whole enterprise. Um, there was no resources to learn about ServiceNow.
Right.
I must say, when I was struggling, I started looking for the answers on community, ServiceNow wiki, because there was no docs.servicenow.com. It was just wiki ServiceNow. Uh, what I did is I took a challenge for myself because there were no projects in the company back then. I was for a couple of years I was just on the bench and learning through community.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, people are asking questions on community. Just go pick that use case, try to implement it on our own platform or PDI.
Nice.
Yeah. So I learned in that way. There was a guy on the community called Harish Murkinati. He was one of the guy who helped me a lot on the community to get my questions also sorted.
Mhm.
And that is the reason I'm taking the name. I think we should give the credit also to person
Definitely yes.
uh, who was helping you back then.
True.
And then I moved to another company in Capgemini, and there I got another mentor called as Rahul Pandey. He was the guy because of whom I started learning a lot of service now, um, and he was my true mentor, like I was for other people.
Right.
So that is how I started learning ServiceNow. I entered into the development world of ServiceNow, the
Mhm.
ecosystem which we now see. And then I saw that if you answer also on community, you get points. And back then in 2015, 16, there was an award called as Leader
Community
Award,
leader.
Service
Yes.
Community Leader, and then Community MVP. So couple of years, it was same like Rising Star. For 6 months you
Okay.
get Community Leader, and again 6 months you get Community Leader. So I got it two times, and then I became MVP. And from since then, I'm MVP till today because of the contribution which I'm doing. So initially it was only community. Then I started with my website. Then I started doing videos on YouTube. My event management series is one of the series which is perceived highest on my channel. Many people follow it. And then the flow designers part. Then I started with Mavericks with Kopal, Dhruv, because
Right.
it was one of the initiatives. I think back then Pranav was also there. So we started Mavericks. Then I entered into uh, podcasting world. So our podcast is called as Lata Viprata. Everyone knows it's
Yes.
from last 4 years now. Um, and that is how I started then learning, contributing, going live, doing live coding happy hours, doing sessions like this with you, with other people, other MVPs. And finally, I moved to Netherlands only because I'm proud to say because of MVP title, people hire you.
Yes.
Uh, it's not only because, but don't fake the title. If you know and if you have the knowledge, then the title will hold a great value. Because I was in India, my wife was here in Netherlands. I was searching a job in Netherlands. I gave interviews, and they saw that okay, I have some qualities, and I'm also ServiceNow MVP.
True.
Uh, then I got the opportunity to move to Netherlands, and since then I'm here from last 6 years. Um, Also contributing a lot. I'm active member of ServiceNow user group in Netherlands. Also now the Rotterdam chapter, which we started as Dutch MVPs,
Recently, right?
all Dutch MVPs, and then I think me and Dhruv are presenting multiple times in knowledge, but I'm also presenting with my colleague from my company,
Mhm.
Paul. Multiple times we have done that, and we are the first one uh, to start with citizen developer program in Netherlands even before App Engine Studio. We did it
Right.
from 2019 already. So that is the biggest success which I have done within the organization.
Oops. I guess some technical issue and he dropped off. Okay, again, some technical glitches. Let's wait for Ashutosh to be come back. Give me a minute. Yes, Ashutosh, sure.
Oh, I think I was I went to backstage.
Might be you click something different button.
I don't know, but what I was saying is about knowledge. Multiple times presentation. We did citizen development program even before App Engine Studio was there.
Mhm.
I'm active member of Product Advisory Council also with ServiceNow
Right.
for creator workflows. In the recent times, I think in the World Forum, we did the sessions,
Sessions, right.
MVP sessions, and I was in the Rotterdam World Forum. I was a keynote guest for creator workflows
Right.
session, not for the main keynote, but for the creator workflows.
Creator workflow, right.
I was the guest to talk about Now Assist under creator workflows part. So this is my, in short, a journey about ServiceNow, how I contributed, how I became MVP and moved to Netherlands. We always call this from local to global. So I
True.
was first local and now it's global.
It's a global, right? No, definitely too. And I was noticing that in the last 8 minutes you told a lot, and this is what you told is the journey of 8 to 9 years you are here. So from only Ashu to Ashutosh as service now member, MVP, community leader, or I can say a lot of designations, roles, I can say roles, personas you play in between, and you came to be here. And definitely, it's a feel achievement when you reach a position with your hard work, with blessings, and everybody. And one thing which I say, Ashutosh, it's important that whenever we speak with anybody, we should give the thanks to our mentors at every point of time, because if they were not there, might be we're not here or I'm not here today. There's a what I can say here. Okay. So now let's go back to your little on college journey. You say that you done your masters in electrical and MBA together. How was that experience? And why you pick up this to become your own sandwich?
So I did, first of all, my mom is electronics and telecommunication doctorate. So uh, that was one of the things which triggered me that I should also do something in that area.
Mhm.
So I also picked electronics and telecommunication as my master's, sorry, my bachelor's stream. And then after that, there was two options. Either you do, job, you just go and start working, or you enhance your skills. And I wanted to stay close to
Okay.
technical. So I did MBA in IT and I did masters in electronics. Also at the same time from one of the universities. Uh, it was a tough decision because I was giving exams for
Competitive as well,
multiple
right?
months. two to 3 months I was just giving exams. Um, but that was also for my mom and my dad. Like they were saying, no, you have to. We don't know what you will do once you are an MBA grad. We don't know, so don't don't do
Okay.
MBA. But I said, okay, I will do MBA as well, and then I will take my own education
Okay.
responsibility. And for masters in electronics, I will do it as how you said, the classes used to be only on
Okay.
weekends, and MBA
Full
was full time. So I was doing 5 days MBA
2 days.
courses and then 2 days online. Or I used to travel from Pune to Nasik multiple times a month to just get the material because I'm based out of Nasik in
Yes.
India, and I was in Pune for MBA. It was a tough choice, but I think education is not a waste.
True.
So it will always pay off, and it is paying off now. The confidence which I got to face the crowd, to talk on the live streams and everything, I appreciate my MBA course for that, because we were taught how to uh, communicate, how a good leader is, what should you do to enhance your career, uh, your tone, everything, your gestures and everything. It was uh, purely via MBA things, and my technical skills are from my bachelor's part. So that's the reason I say, I don't say that you should do both the things, but whatever you do, just focus
Focus.
on that, and uh, try to get as much as possible out of it.
True. No, fantastic, definitely. And I think you're right here. Education never get waste. I'm sure that might be you're using your MBA skill or your electrical skills now as well in day-to-day routine, your knowledge, your fundamentals, your algorithms you're using, but it never get waste. And I'm again unsure of this part that parents always want good for their kids as well. Your mom know that if, because she is already doctorate, so she know that to pursue in this industry, in this life, education is more important than anything else, and she did take a right decision for you. Okay, so now in
Yeah.
the beginning you say that you started as a business analyst. And you are the first one to whom I met who say that, hey, I'm a business analyst in the beginning and now I become on this particular. So how was your business analyst journey, and how you switch from
um,
A to development perspective?
so see, development as a, let's say, as an engineer, and I did my masters in IT. So there were some topics where we were doing coding, right? So my coding thing, I had it in my veins, let's say, from the beginning of my career or my education. The business analyst part was because when you do MBA, you are looked, the perspective of the people who hire you
Yes,
is different.
correct.
They see you as a driving force for the project. They see you as a face towards
True.
customer. So that is how I landed into that job, where it was a techno functional role. I also had wanted to know the platform, but at the same time I should be able to get the
Requirements.
requirements. I should be able to manage the stakeholder. Yeah, but like I mentioned, there were no projects. So what should I do? But I wanted to explore the platform because I wanted to make a choice for my
True.
career. Is this the platform which I can stay for my whole
Career.
career? Will it elevate my life in future? Can, because I have some goals. One of the goal was to move global like this. Will it help me to do that or not? Because being a guy from electronics background, I was very strong with uh, microcontrollers, MATLAB, and those kind of things, embedded and VLSI things. So that was another option in my bucket, but I chose this. Um, the movement to the technical part was, I started, like I said, I was exploring community. I started getting the use cases from the community. Eventually, after a couple of years, I started getting projects which I was working on. So
Mhm.
that is how I shifted towards the technical part.
Okay.
The main drive to push myself was, then I started doing certifications. I started learning different modules. I started getting different work assignments to do. um, and that is how I then became an architect. Basically, first a lead, then an architect, and now I became a platform owner because I wanted to do something uh, really different. Wanted to be a person who influenced the platform within the organization, and platform owner is the role which you can use to push the technology throughout the organization.
Right. Good. No, that's good, and because you already have this technical stuff in your mind, so you are able to move on that particular part. And good. Now I'll pick up a few more minutes on the mentorship. You took two or three names in your introduction, that someone in KPIT, that's a bit of now, then Capgemini, someone guided you. What do you think, that how much important a mentor on this particular place? Is it just a fake buzzword, or people just want to be get a name that, hey, I'm a mentor? Or what do you mean by, actually, what is the meaning of mentorship according to you, and how you see that your mentors actually improve you and give you shape now?
Yeah. So mentor is, first of all, it's very important to have a mentor, and the mentor should be a person uh, who is ruthless. If you are wrong, the mentor should tell you are wrong. It should not be just the good side, but you also want a mentor who shows you your negative sides so that you can improve. And this is where I was lucky. Uh, in the beginning of my career, I got some mentors who really forced me to do things in my own way, giving me my own space. And if I was stuck, they were there to help me. Right? When I moved here, I always say Robert Fedruk was the person who was uh, guiding me a lot in the background. That okay, you're doing your content properly. Just keep doing it. Just keep what you're doing, even if it is small. No problem. Just do it. So, what I think is a mentor should be used also wisely, and you should trust your
True.
mentor what he's trying to say. But just don't. Uh, I would also say I was a mentor for multiple people, and my mentors also did not spoon feed me. They were there to give me, they were there to show me a light at the end of the tunnel that you
Go
have to
there.
go there. This is how you should go. This is what you need to do throughout these steps. And for me, it's always give and take policy. So I was on the both sides. I was a mentee and I
Natural.
was I was a mentor. So for example, Carlos, he was my mentee during mentorship program. So for me, it was very important that I got a chance now to give away something which I got from my mentors, and I did the same thing.
True.
Um, Even before that, when I started with Netherlands, I think William has mentioned it multiple times. He was the person working with me, and I was like, William, you have a quality, just go for MVP program, just do what you are doing and see where he is now. I'm so proud to see these people uh, shining everywhere. It helps me also, it gives me a courage also to share a stage with them. Yeah, I feel so proud. So mentorship is and ServiceNow is actually investing in it, right? You have a
Okay.
mentorship program, so why not to use it wisely? And if someone who is starting the career very early in ServiceNow domain, please reach out to people like us uh, or all the MVPs. I think all the
It's right.
MVPs will help everyone. And we have a mentorship program which you should get. It's not mandatory that you should have MVP or you should have a mentor in ServiceNow domain itself. You can have mentors outside of this domain. You can have mentors who can also help you to grow
True.
professionally. And I have those kind of people around me. One of the biggest mentor is also uh, my manager where I'm working, who always tells me that okay, you are wrong here. You are too emotional in this topic. Show your emotions later on. You have to be practical sometimes, and which is true. Sometimes we are very emotional with some things, but that does not help to go to the outcome. So this is just an example where your mentors can help you to leap your career to another level.
True.
and I was lucky to have people like all this, and I think Chuck is mentor for
You were,
everyone, so
yes.
I did not took his name. Chuck was always there. We were always reaching out to him. He was always there to help. And now we have, I should say, Selena now is one of the person who I reach out frequently to check on few things. So kudos to her.
No, definitely, yes. And regarding Chuck, is good part is that I know that you're in the community as well, and people are still tagging Chuck for their answers. Like, Chuck, can you help us? Even
Yeah.
though he's not, he's just retired now as well. But I'm really surprised that what caliber, what mindset, what thoughts, what process he built, people are still following him on every platform. Just one comment and it started now. Good. So this is what about the mentorship. Now, third point. I guess he's like the backstage much. I think you like the backstage much. Sometimes you are in and out going there, and your screen again stuck, Ashutosh. Not sure it's my technical issue or it's your technical issue. Oops. Again out. No, he's out again. Let me see. It's again a technical challenges, guys. First podcast of the year, so things are casual for me now. Let get him back. Nope. I guess he's out from the stream now. Let me get back him. Yep. Now he's disconnected. He's coming back again. Okay. No, I'm not able to see. Yep. Now he's back. Yes, Ashutosh, welcome back.
Again?
Yes. Don't worry.
I
It's
don't know. I was able to hear you.
oh, okay. But for me, it's stuck, and then you are out on the stream as well.
No
That's
worries.
fine. But again, it's all sorry. Technical challenges are part of podcast, and I'm sure that you experience more than me on these particular parts.
Same, same.
So if
Always.
there's no technical challenges, it's not a good podcast, I can say.
Uh,
Okay. So we done on your mentorship part, we done your introduction part. Now in 2014-15, when you say that you started this journey with Spin and you say Wiki was the only source, how you start your journey means what was the path, because this is a crucial question every time I as a trainer got, because being on the community and a trainer as well, a lot of people reach out to me. I want to be learn service now, can you give me a path, can you tell me that how to start, from where to start, what to do? So what your thoughts on that particular part?
so, like I said, community was the only source which I had, and Wiki was there for the documentation from ServiceNow. So, the major learning happened on job. You have to uh, you have to challenge yourself. You have to have an assignment which you don't know, so that is how you start learning. Uh, and I like I said, when you don't have anything to do, I think community is the best source to get use cases. Many people go there, ask
Yes.
multiple questions, and they say, okay, this is something new to me. Can I try to replicate this issue? Can I try to help someone? Or if you're in a consulting organization, you have friends around or already working on some projects, so see what challenges they are facing and
True.
try to help them. uh, in that way, you will learn a lot. So eventually the documentation and everything, we started getting a lot of source. There was a channel from Chuck who was doing a live stream and
True.
solving the community questions. So we attended those kind of things, and I started learning a lot via those channels. But at the same time, uh, I think it's very important that as an individual, you should have that in you to, you should have that courage, or you should have that spark that you need to learn things.
True.
You want challenge, you want to grow to a next level. So that is what I would say. It's not only about documentation, but it's also about, if you think someone knows something in the company or in an organization, go ask them, can you help me with this? And try to make notes, try to uh, replicate those things on your own, and you will learn a lot over the period of time.
True. No, that's perfectly fine. And I guess in current scenario, there's a no other shop. I'll call it community as a shop because you get a variety of items there, variety of items. From a
Yes.
single property level change to the integration, now assist, co-pilot, virtual agent, everything you'll get it there. And in a because I see that you are on the 15th position on the leaderboard on the community as well with the 1200 plus accepted answers or the right answers, I can say. Definitely those answers means you go through, you understand the question and you replicate and give the right answers on that particular part. So again, as Ashutosh also say the same thing, and I'm again put in the same words. If you need to be learned, ServiceNow community is the best place to be learned. Pick up 5 questions in a day. And another part which everybody say, PDI is the best part of ServiceNow. You have
Yep.
PDI, install n number of plugins, do your practicals, R&D, reset. If not working, reset it, come back on the out of the box, and you can learn on that particular part. Good. So I'm sure that the people who are new in the industry who want to be learn service now, please take this as a advice because here we're talking to mentor as well, plus mentee as well. Both
Yeah.
are sandwich here. 2 times masters he's holding now, so multiple experience from the technical and the master from the business perspective as well. He's talking here. Okay, now I'll have a question here from Rahul. I'm a ServiceNow developer with 3 years experience. How to crack an on-site job in ServiceNow domain? What do you think? I'm not sure that
um,
how much we can help, but something if you can guide on this particular part, Ashutosh.
uh, so see, for me it was very uh, clear that I wanted to be with my family who was already in Netherlands, and I wanted to move there. So I was searching job, I was giving interviews. It's not like you give one interview and you get a job. You have to struggle a bit, so you have to give the interviews. Second, your network. I think I we did a session in knowledge, me and Dhruv, where we talked about how to go from local to global, and one of the part was, first, contribute in the community, make yourself known to people.
Yes.
Then then the other part is increase your network, because networking is the key. If you have a bigger network, people can help you to jump from one position to another position, from one country to another country as well. uh, Again, Carlos is the great example. I always take him as the example. He was in Brazil.
Mhm.
He moved because of MVP, and because of the ServiceNow, uh, let's say ServiceNow ecosystem. He was able to come to Portugal uh, and find a great job. So it's not impossible. It is possible, but you should have uh, that expertise, and you should have uh, a network which can help you. And then the last thing is, I think I would say, right time. You should be at right time at the right place,
Right place and the right person.
because there
Yes.
are many people who are trying to get this job. But I would say keep trying, give interviews, keep applying, and when you do that, you will crack the job. And if you know already which country you are aiming for example, just as an example, Germany or Netherlands, The language factor is the biggest
Biggest
concern.
problem,
So
yes.
why not learn language already? Why not prepare for it so you can be on the top list of people who are applying for the job?
Yeah.
So these are the small other things apart from service now, which you can already gain to go and crack that job.
Right. And I think you said in your Pune meetup session as well that you're learning Dutch and you're playing soccer as well, or the football nowadays. So
Yeah.
how's the
Yeah.
journey with this Dutch learning is going on? Hindi, Marathi, English, and now Dutch.
And Marwadi. I also
Oh,
speak
Marwari,
Marwadi.
yes.
So um, when I came here, now I'm 6 years from here, right? After 5 years, you have to do a Dutch exam
True.
if you want to get a permanent residency. My son goes to a daycare. He's now 4. He will go to school now from in couple of months.
Mhm.
He already speaks a lot of Dutch. So I want to communicate with him. Also in the job, if you want to climb the ladder, we are not in India, so we have to learn Dutch. So these are the factors, and that is the reason I started learning it. I'm not fluent in it like William and Mark. They are they are born here,
Right.
but trying. It's not that easy.
True.
But
No, and I guess this is important when you are on the client-facing role, specifically like on the, as you say that you're on the platform owner perspective, and you have to be communicate with the kind of a whole company altogether with the multiple
yes,
stakeholders in a different country. So native language is play a very vital role because
yes,
in my previous account I had this experience. My client was from Germany, so sometimes they skip me from the meeting because they say, Atul, this meeting is only in German. So start learning German as well, because if you want to participate, being a process consultant, it's important for me to be part of the meetings. But after that, I got a summary from my colleague in English. Okay, this has been discussed. But again, what has been discussed in the meetings did not come completely in the minutes as well. So we all know this
yeah,
particular part.
yeah.
Good. Now let's come to your knowledge journey. Not knowledge which you already have, but ServiceNow knowledge event. So I'm sure that you attended meetups, world forums, NUGs, and the biggest event of ServiceNow, that is knowledge as well. How was experience the first time when you go to the knowledge?
Uh, so first knowledge which I attended was in Den Haag
Okay,
after the pandemic, right? It was on a smaller scale. For a Europe region, it was Den Haag.
right.
We say it was small, but it was again one of the big event, bigger than World Forum. So that was the first experience where I met uh, Earl and Brad. They were the
Okay.
two developer advocates who came here, and I had a discussion with them. The experience was amazing because I was also presenting there. Uh, I also presented a topic in that knowledge. I think it was 2021
21,
or,
right?
or no, 2022. It was 2022. Then, if I compare that independent knowledge, sorry, how you say that country region specific knowledge with the knowledge which we attended in Vegas, it's
Vegas.
totally different. The
Okay.
experience is different. The reception is different. The knowledge learning is different because the sessions are worldwide sessions. You can
True.
choose between like hundreds of sessions. You meet so many people who share the same expertise like you gain a lot of knowledge. Network again, I
True.
think I have met many people who I was only speaking virtually, right? For example, Chuck, I met first time Chuck in Vegas, Robert, and all those people I met in Vegas. I think we also for the first
We
time
also
we
met,
met in
right?
Vegas. So if I divide the experience into two parts, first the learning is
Mhm.
tremendous in knowledge, whether it is a Den Haag knowledge or the Vegas knowledge, the learning is always there. So if you get a chance, please attend it again. Try to get as much as knowledge as you want. And on the fun part, if I talk about the fun part, it's all about meeting with your colleagues,
True.
exploring the time, having some tours around. Uh, uh, being an MVP group, we were allowed to sit in the front. That was an experience which I think many people miss.
Yes.
So all those things. And 2023, actually, I was in the backstage,
Yep.
and I was lucky to meet Bill. So I spoke to Bill. I have a nice photograph of Bill and me. I was so lucky to meet many people in the backstage, and the preparation which I see in the backstage is, oh my God, you will not imagine. They have like hundreds of machines running. They have so much preparation to do, and those people are very chill. They say,
Yes.
yeah, this is our job. We do it for our life, so don't worry.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, it was
No,
awesome. I think I attended it now for the three times,
mhm.
and every time there is something new. And the best part is the MVP dinner, which
Yes.
we guys uh, attend, where you feel it's a personal touch
Personal touch. No,
for us.
that's perfectly fine. And I guess what I call this knowledge as a festival, where you're going
Mhm.
and meeting with everybody. You means 3 days, or sometime I think 3 days is very less to meet everybody. You make a list and you still missed out. This is not available. This is not available. This is not available. Let's go to the other person. And when that person come to
Yeah,
you are not available. But again, definitely, it's a strongly recommendation. If you get chance, don't miss this knowledge.
yeah,
Definitely. Anytime, if any year, if you have a plan, your company is sponsoring you, you're getting the visa for the US, because getting the visa for US from India perspective, little tough sometime. But if you're lucky, get that and travel for that particular part. That is important. Okay.
yeah,
So now almost 45 minutes, 41, 42 minutes we have done on this particular part. Now let's come to little bit on the gaming section. Okay. I'll
yeah.
play a game with you, and I'm sure if my friend Jerry is there, he start laughing because this is his favorite game as well. Rules are very simple. I give you a alphabet. You have to be tell me one term from a service now, but
Right.
you're not allowed to be take any release name. Otherwise, you always win. Okay.
Yeah,
And something I'm not say that it is recommended from your perspective, but I'm looking for some new terms as well for the alphabets, like client script, business rules, UI policy are very old now. Everybody knows something. I would, because you're a platform owner, you work in the multiple domains, multiple products as well, so you can pick up from there. Okay, let's start with the easy one. B.
yeah. B is business continuity management.
That's nice. M.
M is I would go for um, M. I will say, actually, I did a scope application for model risk management. So I would, but it's
Okay.
not a service now. It's not a service now term. But for M, I know one term, but everyone knows it. I'm searching for something which is very unique, and
Mhm.
that is for me is what is from M, a different one.
What was the word you in your mind now, which you know that it's common?
It was a release name, so I can't take that.
Okay, Jenny, what do you think? What's with the M? Let's talk to your mentee as well, Carlos. Let's support your mentor. I'm looking for a one word, keep one word, not the release name from a ServiceNow ecosystem. Start with the M. I have one thing in my mind. It's called masking.
I always go for like major security incident response,
That's nice.
like
Major incident as well.
or yeah,
Definitely yes.
MIM or MSIM, which one
MISIR.
is,
Right.
or I think now Mitra attack and those kind of things, you know. So
That's nice. Okay. Something with, see, Jerry said mid server. Jerry is very common. These
yes,
these these words are not allowed for Ashutosh. He need
yes.
to become with some specific and new words. Like he says, machine learning, master data management. Mahati says master data management. Okay. Let's come with the word T.
T.
Yes.
I will not say transform map. I said it. um, Ooh, T is threat intelligence.
Nice. I guess you're working in the security incident response or vulnerability response. That is you're
I
picking up this.
started I started working there, and now Dhruv is taking care of it. So I'm
Right.
out of it.
Because I done this certification as well. So these terms come in that particular part, security incident only.
I
Okay.
also did SIR and VR.
Okay. Something with G.
G.
Yes.
Um, G is uh, global search.
That's common. Come on.
Uh,
Something different.
okay, then I need to come up with something. Hmm, I groups, no groups. um, G is G. What we have? There is no different module from G. There is glide record, glide Ajax, which is common.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me go to the my audience as well. Jerry, Mahati, and Carlos. What do you think? Gen AI. It's a
oh
common.
yeah,
It's a common but new word.
but it's trending. It's
Yes.
trending. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
trending. Right. Okay. Uh, L.
Sorry, what?
L. Alphabet
L.
L. Yes.
L is. Did I do anything with
Come
L?
on, Ashutosh. I know you did a lot in that area.
Uh,
And this
Low
question
code,
came
no code.
low code, no code. Yes. Other
Uh,
than that,
yeah. Yeah. Other than that, L.
yes.
Mm,
I pick up this question because Carlos gave me the answer of the previous question, and that term I'm looking for in that domain only from Gen AI. Correct. Rahul says
LLMs. Oh
LLM.
yeah.
Right.
Yes. LLMs.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to little harder part now. X.
X is. Hmm. I don't know if we have no modules in X.
No, no module in X. That's fine. That's true.
I just say experience, but it starts with E.
E.
Because I have done a lot of in user experience, this experience, that
Right.
experience.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
consider this as a X because it's a fancy
X.
word to be write X E.
X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that you can pick up these words in your meetup games as well to play with other people as well. Okay.
Yes.
Last one. Excel XLAs.
XLA is
I guess this is something
uh,
combination of SLA and OLA, which I'm sure or experience customer
XML
experience.
import.
Yeah, XML, right? Okay. Last one. Z.
Oh, Z. Um, it's tough.
No, no, come on, Ashutosh.
Uh,
We
Z
have
service.
we have very supportive audience here. Jerry will definitely give some different answer. Jerry, don't give the old answers, please.
I would say Zboot, which is your
Very
service now
good.
thing, but it's
Okay.
not a when you Zboot your instance, like
Two.
wipe it out.
Right.
And other thing is when I did a discovery, it was ZOS, Z/OS
Yes. OS.
discovery.
Correct. Nice.
So those kind of things.
So now we got a new word. ZOS, Zing, and Zboot is the
Zing is the search. Yeah,
yes.
true.
Okay. It can be last. Sorry, again a last question. I
Yeah.
want to know the modules which has hyphen in between when you search in the application navigator. Any idea? There are few
Um,
modules in application navigator. If you are admin, then you can see there are few modules which has a name, then hyphen, then the second name or the second term.
is it?
Yes. Don't
Um,
search.
I'm not searching. I was. Um, I had one for notify because when you have
Notify is
notify module
a single
on
single.
on dash schedule, it was like on dash schedule on scheduling.
or on call as well. On call
On
schedule is
call,
the right one,
on call,
right?
on call
Any
scheduling.
other module might be from Dhruv, Mahati, Jerry, Carlos.
Self-service, self-service.
Self service is one of the things, right?
It is one of the easiest one which is out of the box.
True. Okay, good. Well played, Ashutosh. I'm happy that you cleared this interview and this round. Now this- okay,
Yeah.
just last 10 minutes. So I'll come on one more thing. You started this Rotterdam chapter in for the
Yeah.
meetup as well. Believe me, I just give one experience. There's a small town here in UK called the Rotherham,
Mhm.
almost same spelling, but in the between it's TH, and in
Yeah.
Rotterdam it's TDM. And I was thinking that, are you guys coming to Rotterdam for the meetup? Come on. Then I read again. No, no, it's not that. What? It's a different city in the different country as well. That is it.
Yeah.
So, what are the challenges you face in the beginning to start this chapter?
Uh, I think we had because Netherlands is not that big, right? We also have Amsterdam
Right.
chapter already running for multiple years. So the main thing was, is it wise to do Rotterdam and Amsterdam both?
Okay.
Because the country is small, people can travel here and there. But then we had a discussion with, when I say we, it was all the Dutch MVPs, me,
True.
Dhruv, Mark, and William. We had a discussion with the people from Amsterdam meetup, and of course, along with Tanvi in the loop because
Service now
she's
people,
the
right?
one who drives it. And then we came up with certain plan, and we decided that okay, we need to do it. And the main thing was the World Forum was happening in Rotterdam, so you can't
Right.
have a meetup in Amsterdam and World Forum in Rotterdam. So that was the motive. But me and Dhruv were very. We were already thinking of starting it in Den Haag, but again, we were like, we got a chance now to start it in Rotterdam, so let's do it in Rotterdam.
Okay.
And it will be a collaboration between all the organizers from the other part, for example, from Amsterdam people and Rotterdam people. We are going to collaborate more to make
Mhm.
sure that we arrange it. So and challenges, I don't think so. The only challenge always is to find a sponsor. I would say for a space. Apart from that,
Right.
service now helps to make sure that they reimburse things.
Right.
So
Okay. There's another question came from Rahul, and I'm sure that we can answer this, but would like to hear from you. One more question related to subscription management. I want to know that how much one ideal role cost and what are the most costly role in service now. Before you start, Ashutosh, let me clear Rahul that we are not the right person or in the right position to discuss anything about the costing here. But if you have something thoughts without taking the cost in picture, if you have something, Ashutosh, you can put it here.
I will stick to that. I can't say the amount
Yeah,
because of the companies. Every company has a different amount, and it depends also on the number of users you are trying to go for. Again, the most costlier role in ServiceNow might differ.
true.
ServiceNow is changing tremendously. You have modules like IRM, BCM, ITSM, CSM. Everyone has different roles. So I we should. It's a safe harbor thing. We can't comment on it, and I would not do that at this position because it's a sensitive thing. We don't know what it cost, and if you ask about the functionalities of the role, I can always talk about it, but not about the cost.
True. And also Rahul, just to be clear on this particular, and I'm 100% eco with the Ashutosh that costing is totally depend your agreement with service now. So if you want to know about the costing, you can reach out to your ServiceNow account manager and discuss all the things. And also, not only for you, it's for everybody that every company sign an NDA, which say that we're not allowed to discuss all these things anywhere with anybody in publicly, or it might be in the privates as well. It's between the service now and your company only. So, and believe me, this is not question for you. When I started the trainings in 4 years back, I had the same question and I searched everywhere in the Google in the community and I got only one answer that reach out to your ServiceNow account manager if you have any discussions, anything on the costing part. So sorry to say, but this is what the right answer as Ashutosh gave here. Okay, Ashutosh, now something important here to be discussed once again. If Ashutosh is not in service now, and might be it's a luck or unlucky that you did not able to clear your taxation exam as well, where we can see Ashutosh today.
Oh, to be honest, I would have been a teacher
Oh, nice.
because my mom is a teacher. She's a professor. I would say I would have been a professor as well because I told you, right? I was preparing for the exam in the beginning after my
Yes.
engineering, and I did a part-time job as a professor in one of the engineering college as well. So if I would not have taken that step to move
Mhm.
and do MBA and the master, I would have been a professor for my whole life.
Wow, nice. And any plan for the doctorate as well? Because your mother is also all PhD holder.
Uh, I do have plans, but I don't know when. Not at least not this year. Now
Okay,
this year's resolution is to be fit to
nice.
make sure we
Mental and physical health should be good.
um, I reduce some weight again. Yes, definitely.
Okay. 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 Now, anything, any words for the freshers who want to start in service now? Being us, because a lot of sometimes depressing area as well, that I'm working hard, learning, but not getting job. What are your thoughts on that particular part?
I would say, first of all, don't be shy to ask questions. J- Find people who can help you answer your questions. See, everyone is busy. Everyone is not
True.
immediately, no one is going to answer you immediately. They will take their time, but don't be shy. Explore as much as possible because nowadays, let's say in the ServiceNow ecosystem, we have so much material available. We have so many YouTube channels. We have so many MVPs who can help you. So reach out to those people, and I think we are there to help you. And at the same time, uh, challenges will be there. We also have challenges now. We don't know 100% of service now today as well. There are new things coming up. Uh, there are there will be things which will hit you where it will say, okay, you have to do this, but then you have to learn. There are certifications which you can do, uh, and on the job training is the best one to help. So keep trying, keep learning, um, and if you want to move internally within the organization, I think it's the best thing. So you can, if you want to start a career in service now, move within it. Try to start with a support project. Try to start with any then with the implementation project. Focus on one part. Don't try to learn all the modules. Try first learn one module, then switch to another, and then another. Because if you do everything at a one time, I think it's a problem.
It become a khichdi only.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yes. Good. Okay. There's a question from Aman. I'm searching service now entry level position, but not getting from 1 year. Any tips for that? Not for the job, but definitely. Please also request. Don't reach out to Ashutosh that can you help me to come to Middle East, guys. Believe me, it's really not possible neither for me or Jerry or for Dhruv or Ashutosh to bring anybody here. It's all about your hard work, definitely right time as well, and your skills on that particular part. If there is an opening, we can help you to refer, but it doesn't mean that we are the person who can definitely bring you in on the on-site part. So, Ashutosh, any answer on this part for Aman questions?
uh, there is always a requirement, and nowadays the market is so volatile, and they expect a lot also from a 1 year experience. So I can imagine why you are facing that problem. I was in the same boat 10 years ago. But keep trying. That is only thing I can say. Keep enhancing your skills, and you will be there. You will get it. Uh, you have to be patient.
Right. Okay. Now the last question. Any suggestions, feedback for me?
No, I think the lines were. If you ask about the podcast,
No, no, no.
Uh,
Any general feedback?
okay. General feedback is, uh, I would say, with respect to present more and more and more, so we
Okay.
can hear you more and more. So I would say do that, and maybe we can collaborate with other. I think you are also doing some things with other MVPs.
Right.
Maybe try to do sessions for knowledge with other MVPs.
Sure. Thank you.
That
Sure.
that's the only thing.
Yep. Okay. One question which definitely required your inputs from Mahati. With so much competition around, what do you think there we sorry, what do you think is one aspect that help you stand out to become an MVP?
Um, See, quality is always the thing. The it's not about what other MVPs are also doing, because everyone is unique in their own style. So you have your own style, have your own way of doing things, and be honest, be transparent of what you are doing. That is what I have learned a lot. When we contribute, we have a unique way of contributing. We don't leave that. Uh, I'm very open. I'm very transparent with things which I am doing. And if you follow me and Dhruv, and the sessions which I do with my colleagues, uh, we show both the sides of the coin, right? Positives and negatives, and that is how we stand out. So if you want to stand out, you have to make sure that you push your content on regular basis, be disciplined, try to uh, promote your content more and more, and people will find it, people will have a look at it. If you look at, I think your subscribers are 10 times more than my subscribers are too, because you do it on a regular basis, and for
True.
me it's more of uh, writing things,
True.
doing live streams, but not um, and initially what we were doing is recording videos for different features and putting it, but due to some circumstances we lose the momentum. Your family is also important, so
Important,
if
right?
you go there with your family, then your content becomes, then your discipline goes down. So that is one of the learning from my side, that be consistent, keep doing things, and have your own style
True.
for your content.
Sure. Thanks, Ashutosh, on this important part. And last two questions we'll pick up, then we'll close the session.
Yeah.
Rahul again put till now I have worked on ITSM and CMDB. So should I focus deep learning in one specific module or should I explore other modules as well? Any suggestions?
See, ITSM and CMDB is too common now.
Yes, it's
uh,
like prerequisites.
so this is the prerequisite. So I
Right.
think it's time now to move to a different module. uh, for example, I don't know, like HR, CSM, um, because
GRC.
if you already know ITSM for 3 years, I think it's enough. ITSM will never go. Even if you are working on CSM, you will work with ITSM. Even
ITSM.
if you are
Right.
working with some different modules, you will have a touch of ITSM. So please now focus on other modules if you get a chance.
Yep. And I guess Aman, the same answer goes to you as well. That you're learning virtual agent. Try to be learn, and also because if you are we have a now learning access, you can do some courses for the Gen AI as well. This is what is coming nowadays, and it will be a good addition in your CV that you know Gen AI how it's working for the ITSM, CSM. Definitely, we can't do practical on the PDIs, but you will get the lab instances which we can use, and you can do the practice on that particular part.
Yep.
Okay, good, Ashutosh. So now we are almost on at the okay. Abin say, what about field service? Is it good module?
Yeah. Field service management is something used by many telcos.
Yes.
So this is something which is very specific to, a specific domain in the world. Not every company uses it, but yes, it is one of the niche module which is used by a niche domain. So yeah.
Right. And just to be put on this part, Abin, in the last knowledge, I participated in hackathon as well, and we pick up this FSM module for our application building as well. So FSM was our core area which we pick up, and then we build little application on the top of that. So definitely every module is a good one, but you need to be add little bit one, two modules in our products in your portfolio so that it is easy for you to be stand out in the market. Okay, so Ashutosh, no further question are on this part. And before we close, again, I'll go as per the tradition because we speak approximately 1 hour from the last 1 hour, speak a lot, share our thoughts, vibes, input, suggestions as well. So let's go back to the tradition again. Let's take 10-20 second pause. It's time to thanks to the God who give us the power, word, and the strength to what we want to communicate should go the people with the same manner only, and then we formally
Yeah,
close the session.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. One more question from Rahul. Just wanted to know what are the most custom solution you guys have developed for your client, like problem statement.
I think you should. There was a contest, App Engine Studio contest, build with AES. I think Rahul
Yes.
should look at that. There
Right.
we have shared multiple things.
Right. So if you want to be know Rahul, these type of type of use cases, you can go build with ACS. You can go build with the Creator Studio. You can go build with the RP as well. You will get different kind of use cases what everybody's doing and participating on this particular part as well. And that's a good place. You get the links on the community as well. Just search with the build with AES or build with the RP and Creator Studio, and you get on that particular part. Okay, so thanks Mahati for the feedback. Great way to kickstart the new year weekend. Thank you, Atul and Ashutosh, definitely. And once again, Ashutosh, thank you so much for coming with me live on the first podcast of year 2025. Hope this journey will be continue and we'll get more guests, more experienced people like you who can guide us, who can mentor us, and who can provide their journey and learnings to everybody in the part. Okay,
Yep.
thank you so much, everybody. Mahati, Rahul, Aman, Jerry, Carlos for joining this session. Might be a little early for your time zones, might be a little late for your time zones as well. But thank you so much for joining. And Dhruv, definitely, I saw your comment as well. The best friend of Ashutosh is here now. Okay, thank you so much for joining and motivating your friend to be coming on this session as well. Okay, I'll back again after 2 weeks, guys. No sessions for the next 2 weeks. We'll back again on 25th. The another guest is already lined up. Flights will be out soon and get ready for the another experience as well. Thank you so much once again. Take care and bye bye. Happy New Year, everybody.